and welcome to Carmel's Kitchen. Hope everybody is doing well out there. Anyway, today we're going to make some Oaties. These are really good little bars for making. So in here in the saucepan I have 50 grams of margarine, which I melted. I have 65 grams of brown sugar and 225 grams of dried fruit. So in this I have sultanas today. Into that now I'm going to add a teaspoon of rum essence. Okay. If you don't like the idea of rum essence, you could add vanilla or almond essence. Okay, I had to do this earlier so it would be cooled down, because into this now I'm going to add an egg, and if I added the egg when it was still hot, we'd end up with fruity scrambled eggs. Sounds nice, but I don't imagine it would be a very nice thing to be eating. Anyway, and so you can see from the brown sugar that it goes nice and brown and caramel. Okay, so give that a good stir up to make sure that the fruit is well incorporated. And the rum essence, I can guarantee you, gives an absolutely beautiful smell of it. And the taste is so good also. Okay, so this is what we're going to be calling our filling. So that's ready, so we can leave that to the side there for a minute. Then we have the oven turned on to 180, which would be gas mark 5. So we're lined our tin, cutting down about 2 inches into each corner so that your paper fits in. This is a Swiss roll tin, and I would reckon that it's about 9 by 7. But again, if you don't have that dimension in the tin, that's okay, because I'm sure you might have something that's pretty close or near to it anyway. In here then I've got 225 grams of plain flour, which I've sieved into the bowl. Into that I'm adding 100 grams of porridge oats. Then I've got 65 grams of nice dark brown sugar. And into that then I'm going to rub with the tips of my fingers 115 grams of margarine. And for this job you're really better off using black margarine, or if you like the taste of butter, well then you could use butter as well. Butter will make the Oaties very rich, and because butter, there's a high content of fat in butter, there might be kind of a little greasy look about them. So we just rub that in using the tips of your fingers. All the ingredients for the recipe will be underneath. All you'll have to go do is go arrow down. And a lot of the ingredients that I use are staples that you would have in your kitchen cupboards. Okay. So there we are. All the butter is rubbed in. Then we're going to put 2/3 of that in here into our tray. And flatten it down with the palm of your hand. Into the corners as well. needs another bit here. When you're pressing it down, if you feel that there's one part of it that might be a little bit too thin, well then just pinch another bit out of the bowl and press it in. Press it down. Nice and compact. That's just the butter on my fingers. Okay, then take your filling. And you can see the way that it's nice and gooey. I pour it this way to show you, and you can see the gooey of it. Okay, leave the paper hanging over the sides of your baking tray so that it's easy to lift it out. And just with the back of the spoon, spread that out. Now don't be too heavy-handed when you're doing this, because if you do, all you're going to do is break up the crumb that you have on the bottom of your dish. So just spread that out. And with the back of your spoon or a spatula, just press it down. Good. Make sure we get all the nice juicy little bits out there. So you can see the colour of it, it's a bit like treacle. Then with the remaining, okay, so there it is spread out on top. Then the remaining crumb, just scatter that onto the top. Spread that out. Nice and gently with the tips of your fingers. Into the oven at 180 and bake it for between 25 and 30 minutes. Go back and check on it after 20 minutes. And then it's going. When it's baked, take it out of your oven. If you have a chopping board, a clean chopping board or a breadboard, put it onto your breadboard and cut it up into whatever size squares or rectangles or triangles or whatever it is that you'd like. You can see the fillings in the centre, and it stayed in the filling, stayed in the centre, and it's like a little bit like a big roll. So they're your Oatie bars. Store them in an airtight container and they should last you for a good few days. Well, I hope you enjoy making them. If you like, thumbs up and subscribe if you want. Cheerio. Thank you very much. See you again. Bye.